Hello, Carla here, and welcome back to the practice. In this practice today, it's going to be a gentle yoga flow. Are you ready for that? So you need blocks and a belt, and if you need a blanket, I usually recommend using a blanket, and I'm going to use it for my head. So we're going to start lying down. You can make any adjustments to the blanket you need. And also you can keep your feet flat on the floor or legs straight for Shavasana. And here we're going to start to slow down physically and mentally. Start to take longer and deeper breaths. So inhale from the bottom up and exhale from the top down. So inhaling deeply, exhale. Now place one hand on your belly, the other hand on the chest. I'm going to revert to bent knees. You can do the same. And then breathe into the belly, into the chest. And let it out through the mouth very slowly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbones. And exhale slowly through the mouth. And continue on with this complete breath. Inhaling and letting go. And with each exhalation, see if you can let go a little more of the physical and mental tensions. The mental tensions are the worries, the concerns, the anxieties. With each exhalation, feel your body melting into the ground. Noticing all the concerns and the worries just fading away. Now one more deep breath in. Let it out slowly through the mouth. And then we're going to bring the right knee to the chest. Hug the knee to the chest. Forehead to the knee. And then release. Left knee to the chest. And bring the forehead to the knee. Use your abdominal muscles to lift your spine up. And release. Now both knees to the chest, forehead to the knee. Keep the knees to the chest, lower your head to the floor, and then move a little bit side to side, right and left side of your back, and then go around the sacrum. 4. And we're going to reverse this. 4. And pause in the center and open the knees. Feel the gentle stretch through the inner thighs, shoulders relaxed. Hold. And bring the legs back together, feet on the ground. Then take the arms out to the sides, shoulder level. Palms can be facing up or down. And then bring the right foot to the left thigh. And then we're going to move into a twist. So right foot on top of the left thigh. And we're doing this several times. Go to your left, back to the center. To the left. One more time. And hold. Switch sides. left foot on top of the right thigh, and both knees to the right, and come back to the center. And go to the right, back to the center. And just one more, just because it feels so good. And come back. And now bring both knees to the chest, keeping the arms where they are. Move the knees side to side. Just gently moving without going all the way to the ground. And then come back to the center. Pause in the center, arms by your sides. If you have a blanket underneath your head, remove your blanket. And we're going to go into a gentle bridge, which means you're going to only come as high as maybe 2 or 3 inches off the floor, and then come back down and up. Even 1 inch off the floor will work, as long as you engage the glutes, so activating the back of your body. One more time, coming up, hold, 3, holding 2, and 1. Come back down slowly. Now bring the knees up to the chest again, and this time separate the knees like you're doing butterfly position, and grab the feet or the shins and press your knees out, okay? And hold. Long, deep breaths. And we're going to do the breathing, preferably in and out through the nose. 4. Breathing 3. Focus on the breathing. Breathing 2. 1 more. And as you exhale, open the legs to keep your feet facing up, and press your knees gently down. So this pose is known as the happy baby pose. If you can easily grab the bottom of the foot, you can do this from the inside of the legs or outside, okay? Or just grab your ankles or your shins and press your knees gently down. Hold. 4. I'm using my arms a little to press my legs out, just to increase a tiny little bit more the stretch through the inner thighs. And then release, feet on the ground, roll to your side, and press yourself up. Hold this position. It is known as staff pose. So in this position, you want to keep your sit bones down, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders. If you need to bend your knees a little, go ahead and do that. The most important part always is that you keep your spine straight. And then as you take your next inhale, reach the arms overhead. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, cactus arms. Pull the elbows down and back. Inhale again. Arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hold the cactus arms. I hope you're already feeling some strong sensations right here in your back muscles. Please pull the navel to the spine. And now inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Whatever side you want to go first is fine. One hand down in front of you, the other behind you. And then turn the head as far to the back as you can manage. Hold. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist. One hand in front, the other behind. Press your sit bones down, lengthen your spine. Activate the glutes, activate the abdomen, and add the twist. Inhale, both arms up, release the twist. And exhale, arms by your sides. Again, take a deep breath in, both arms up. Exhale, twist again. Now in a flowing manner with the breath, inhale up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now both arms up, inhale. Exhale, go forward. And if you can only go this far forward, please stay here. Knees can be bent. The most important part of this forward fold is that you bend from your hips. So you're tilting your pelvis back, tailbone is off the floor, and you press the sit bones down. Inhale, lengthen the spine a little more, and exhale, go forward, and we hold. If you're feeling a little stiff, wait in this position. Don't go any further. Try to keep your toes facing up instead of this, okay? So it's more important to maintain good breathing and staying calm than going into a very deep stretch that the body is not ready for it yet. Now, let's hold this for 5 more breaths. And if the muscles are feeling a little warmer now and the tension has eased up a bit, feel free to go a little more forward. 3. Breathing 2. And 1. And release. Now bring the right foot to the left thigh or the knee. Okay? If you need a blanket, put a blanket or a block under the knee if you need that. And then inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Again, as you hold the poses, see if you can bring your attention to the breath instead of letting the mind wander and keep moving from the past to the future and not really being present. So focus on the breathing, and with your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Let's switch sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go forward. Again, knees can be bent. And relax your shoulders. The tendency is also to shrug in this position. So press your shoulders away from the ears. And then always paying attention to the breath. And once you notice that you're not aware of your breath anymore, that your mind is somewhere else, but your body is right here, just make a conscious decision to pull the attention back to the present moment, back to the breath. Then with your next inhale, come back up. And exhale, extend the legs. And we're coming onto all fours. Now I'm going to use the blanket for my knees. You can certainly do the same. Okay. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, lift your chin and your tailbone up. And exhale, tuck your chin and tailbone. Create that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And this movement is known as the cat and cow stretch. So the spine is moving forward and back. And now hold the spine in a neutral position. The neutral is somewhere in between the cat and the cow. There's a natural curve to the lumbar spine. We want to honor that curve, but we don't want to do this because this is not a neutral spine. So pubic bone towards the navel, and then move your hips to the right, gaze over to the left, hips to the left, gaze to the right, and back to the center. Now hips to the right, head to the right, hips to the left, head to the left, and come back to the center. Roll your toes under and move into downward facing dog. Downward dog is too much for you right now. Go into the puppy dog where you can stay on your knees. Arms long, maybe you can even place your forehead on the ground. Hold. Lengthen the arms, palms, fingers, your entire palm is pressing down. Either stay in the puppy dog or down dog for 5 more breaths. And the breathing here is a normal breathing in and out through the nose. Just become aware that you're breathing. And then come back down to your hands and knees. And come on up. So I'm going to change my body position so you can see the next move. We're going to take the right leg out to the side so your toes face the short edge of your mat. Lengthen the spine and go to your side and come back up. And to the side. One more time. To the side. Hold. Press your arm against the leg and spin your chest up. Top arm, go over. Hold. I hope you can feel the length through the side body. And then come back up. Hold. Arms stay to the side. And see if you can drag your foot in for a kneeling tree pose. The toes can be here or the toes can come to the inside of your thigh and hold. If you're ready to bring the hands together at the heart, hold. I find balancing in the kneeling tree is a little harder for me than balancing on my foot. So release and let's do the other side. Okay, so make sure you have the shin and the knee protected. Most of the weight should be on the shin and not so much on the knee. So toes to the short edge of the mat, and you're gonna go side, push your hips forwards in towards your heel and come back. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it here. Hold the hips forward and down. Now, top arm going up and over. And hold the stretch. Feel that beautiful stretch right here on the side of the body. Breathe into the side of the rib cage. Notice if you're shrugging, press your shoulders away from the ears. Breathing 2. And 1. Come back up slowly. Arms out to the side, or help your leg come a little closer to the kneeling leg. Okay? So, tree pose. Hands can be together at the heart if you feel that you're ready for this. Otherwise, arms out to the side. You want to make this even more challenging if you want that challenge. you can bring your foot really close to your thigh. I'm not going there today. So hold. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Release. And then I'm going to still stay here, but on downward facing dog, or remember, you can go into your puppy dog and extend the legs. Hold. Breathing 3, breathing 2, and 1. Come down to hands and knees and bring your right leg in front. So you want your entire heel on the ground, and then extend your back leg and hold. And I'll demonstrate this with blocks, and you can use your blocks under your hands. Hold. This is way too intense. Put your back knee on the floor. And now right arm up, twist. Hold the twist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, and you can step back and downward facing dog, or the puppy dog. Take 1 long breath in. Exhale, knees back down, and we're going to switch legs. Left leg coming forward. Make sure your left heel is all the way on the ground. Push your hips forward and either keep your back knee on the floor or extend your back leg. Of course, if you extend your leg, the position will become a little more intense. Now take your left arm up, twisting lunge. 4. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Hand down and step back. Again, you can help the front leg move back, and downward facing dog. 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands towards your feet. Come into a forward fold. Relax the head down. If you need, grab behind your calves, grab your ankle, anywhere you can reach, and go forward. 3, 2, and 1. Now place your hands on your hips, and you can bend the knees slightly if you need, but long spine. Come all the way up. Standing mountain pose. Now, I'm going to remove my toys out of the way. Coming into mountain pose with the feet about hip width apart. Sorry about that. Take a deep breath in, arms go up. Exhale, palms together, lower the hands in front of the chest, and then we start again. Inhale, palms together, lower the hands down. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the hands at the heart level. Interlace the fingers, press your palms forward. Inhale all the way up and arch slightly back, just enough that you can feel a stretch through the front of the body. Now lower the arms down to the heart level and twist to your right side, turning the head to the left. Hold. 3. Holding 2. 1. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Bring the hands back together, palms together. Now change the cross of your fingers. So the fingers are crossed in your non-habitual way. And then stretch out the arms, lift the arms up again, and go back slightly one more time. Lengthening the front with no pain in the lower back. Maybe you can even tighten the hips just a tad to support the lower back. Now lower the arms down, spine straight. Go to your right again, head to the left. 3. Breathing 2. 1. Switch. Extend the arms. Instead of tilting the head, try to keep it long in this shoulder here. Down. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Bring the palms back together. And either keep the hands together or arms by your sides. Close your eyes for a moment and notice how you feel. Sensing and feeling whatever's happening in your body right now. Maybe the heart rate is up after these arm movements. Noticing the breath. Feeling the light touch of the breath as it passes through the nostrils. And exhale, arms by your sides in the traditional mountain pose. Now turn your right palm up and go to your side. Slide a hand down the side of your leg. Take one more breath in and come up. Exhale, arm down. Other arm, inhale up. Exhale, lean to your side. Hold. And you're going as far sideways as your flexibility allows right now. And with your inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Now bring the hands together. Interlace your fingers, but cross your thumbs as well, but keep your index fingers pointing straight up, okay? This is a hand gesture called Ksepna or Kali Mudra and represents a letting go. So whatever you need to let go. So bring into your hands and out through your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, go to your right side. Now let's say this is too intense. Revert to this, okay? 4. Breathing 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Again, you can drop the bottom arm at any time. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhale, release. Now we're going to straddle the legs. Wide legs. So this is going to be the standing straddle, forward fold. Toes in, heels slightly out. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, slide the hands down the side of the legs. Either stay halfway down, because that's what the flexibility allows you to do, or go as far as you can with no pain. Go for it. Lift the sit bones high up, even if you need to bend your knees a bit. Now take both hands to the right ankle. Move your chest to the right. Hold. And go over to the other side. And slowly come back to the center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Bend the knees a bit, place your hands on the hips and a long spine. Come back up. We're gonna go for warrior 2. So turn your left toes, or I'm sorry, your right toes to the short corner of your mat. The left toes point towards the long edge of your mat. Okay, arms up, bend the knee, and come on out of that. That's it. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, hold. Now gaze to the right hand. Inhale, straighten the leg, release the arms, and pivot. When you pivot your feet, do so on the heel. Okay? Then bend the knee again. Keep the spine tall. Arms out, shoulder level. And then gaze to the left hand. And 3 times. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 1. Now, hold the pose. Strong legs here. Press your feet on the floor. The warriors will help you strengthen and stretch your lower body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release. Now, toes in, heels out. Arms out to the sides. Take them back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale, go forward. Now, if this position is too intense, drop your hands down to the floor or maybe even use a block and stay here. Okay? Otherwise, interlace the fingers and go forward. 4. Breathing 3. Breathing 2. And 1. Release the hands. Use your hands to help yourself come back up. Slowly all the way back up. And bring the legs back together. All right. Grab your belt. We're going to do a few balancing poses. Okay? So the first one, the belt was really to help you with your balance. But you can always go to the wall and use the wall for help. Standing in mountain pose, lengthen your spine, arms up to shoulder level and the hands are about shoulder width apart. Now raise your right heel up. Come up on your tippy toes. This feels great. You're happy here, stay. Feel free to raise the knee up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Deep breath in. And let it out. Observing how you feel through the entire class. Noticing what every single move is doing for you. Now slowly either lift your other knee up or stay on your toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take a deep breath in. Arms up to shoulder level. And this time, take your right leg out to the side. So again, you're on your tippy toes. And we're going to twist to the left. Hold. Now this is enough for you. Please stay here. Otherwise, see if you can lift your foot a little bit off the ground. Again, totally optional. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center and down. Let's switch sides. Arms up. The other leg to the side. Again, on your tippy toes, twist. Notice that when you twist, how it activates this side body. And if you want to add that extra challenge, lift your foot up a little bit. Otherwise, keep it down. Hold 3. Holding 2. Hold 1. Come back to the center and feet back together. Back in mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Okay, in our next balancing position, we're going to use blocks. I'm going to take the blocks in front of you and keep the blocks about shoulder width apart. Going forward, place your hands on the blocks or the fingertips on the blocks, and then raise your right leg up and hold. And come back down, switch legs, hold. And come back down. And slowly come back up. All right, we're gonna do this one more time. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Then with your next exhale, go forward again. If you need to bend the knees a little, that's perfectly fine. And then keep your spine long, tip of your nose is facing down. Right leg goes up. And then see if you can take your left arm out to the side. Okay, it's not gonna happen today. Bring the hand back down. 3. Holding 2. And 1. Feet back together, and we switch sides. Other leg up, and then feel free to raise your arm out to the side. Hold. 4. Holding 3. Holding 2. And 1. And come back down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Arms go out. Bring the hands together. Keep the hands at the heart level. Now we're going to push the hands into each other so the movement looks something like this. Hands away from the chest. Push them into each other. Activate the heart center here. Push. 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out, and we're gonna go down to the floor. Have a seat. Any way that you want to get to the floor, it's okay, as long as it's safe. So now, if you want to use a blanket under your feet, we're gonna go into a squat position. So it looks like this. You can place your blanket under your feet, or you can also sit on a block. So you put your block down and you have a seat, okay? Press your knees out and lengthen the spine. Right hand down. The left arm goes up. Inhale. And now come back down. Again, inhale. And down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Let's switch sides. Right? Arm up. Inhaling. Exhale. In. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now walk your hands forward. Relax your head down. Press your knees apart. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. And please have a seat on the floor. Now, in this seated position, you're going to straddle your legs again. And you're welcome to take one block with you and place it on the inside of your right leg. Then place the forearm on the block, arm up and over. Support your head and really focus on the stretch right through the side body. Hold. This is way too easy. You're not feeling any stretch at all. Remove your block. Five more long, deep breaths. To come out of this position, lift your arm up first, and then use the arm to help yourself come up. Abdomen in, and let's go over to the other side again. Bring the block with you if you need your block. Or you can drop the block. Top hand supporting the head or touching the back of your head. Lift your elbow up and go sideways. 3. Breathing 2. Exhale completely, then inhale, lift the arm and come back up. And exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. And if your knees are up here, move the feet a little bit further away from you, okay? And then tilt your pelvis forward and go into the butterfly position, also known as the cobbler's pose. Hold. Let's take about 5 more breaths here. Okay. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, come back up. And then we're gonna lie down onto the belly. I'm gonna use my blanket just to protect my pubic bone and hip. And this next exercise will help decompress the spine. So roll the toes under and press your fingertips on the floor. Elbows are bent, starting this way. And then as you inhale, lift the chest up and press the thighs up towards the ceiling and hold. So you're pressing the thigh bones down, but the back of your legs are up. So the back of your knees are pressing up as you're pressing your bones down. Pubic bone down, hip bones on the floor, and then come down. Oh, this feels so good on my back. And that's why we're gonna do it again. Are you ready? So roll your toes under. Lift the thighs and the chest up. Hold, the elbows are soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands under the shoulders, come on up. Hands and knees, and a few more cat and cow stretches. And then child's pose. Extend the arms, extend as much as you can, making this a little bit more active child. And then with your next inhale, come up and lie down on your back. And this time you're going to need your belt again. Okay. So I'm going to support my head. Draw the right knee to the chest. Place the belt around the ball of the right foot. Press your heel up. Shoulders cannot be this way. Press them down. And if you can only go this far, that's perfectly fine. Please do not bend the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now grab your strap with your right hand and move your right leg out to the right side. The bottom leg can be bent or straight. See whichever works best for your low back. Hold. And instead of taking the leg down here, because then once I take my leg down, you see my hip comes up. So I want to keep both hips on the floor and aim the leg a little bit more towards the ear. Hold 4. Holding 3. Breathing 2. And 1. Come back. And now bring the bottom leg up to switch the belt to the left, right foot on the floor. And then again, this leg can be bent or straight. Hold. Once you're holding the pose, really pay attention to your breath, and that's what I have been emphasizing during this entire class today, that you stay focused on the breathing. And then take your hand, left hand to the belt, and open the leg to the left. Remember, none of this happening. Keep your hips on the floor and the leg out to the side. Noticing the sensations that you're experiencing in this pose. Take one more breath in and lift the leg back up. And then release. Now bend the knees, just like we did in the very beginning. You're going to take your right foot to the left leg, and then both knees are going to go to the left. And hold. With your left hand, press the top knee down. You can rest your right foot. Keep the right foot resting on that left leg, just like this. Okay. Hold. 4. Holding 3. And then slowly come back up. And we switch legs. Left foot on the leg. And then both knees go to the right. Hips move a little bit to the left. Right hand on that top leg. And hold. 3. Breathing 2. And 1. And then release. Come back to the center. Let's take a moment here to unwind completely with the knees bent or legs straight. This is always better for my low back. So I'm going to keep my knees bent, and then I bring my thighs to touch so the bones can support themselves. Arms can be by your sides. And make the appropriate adjustments in order to feel completely at ease, relaxed. Now soften your facial muscles. Let go of the jaw, the tongue. Relaxing the shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. Relaxing the muscles around the rib cage, the belly. Releasing the hips. Letting go of the thighs, lower legs, feet and toes. Slowly. When you feel ready to come out of this position, you roll to your side and you come up. If you want to continue to stay in Shavasana for the next 20 minutes, go for it. Okay. And then once you're up, you can go about your business. Now, for today's class, I like to practice one breathing technique that we did in the very beginning is the full deep breaths, or also known as Dirga Pranayama, or complete yogic breath, complete breath. And we're gonna do this. If you like to, you can place your hands on your belly, one hand on the belly, the other on the chest. Otherwise, leave the arms by your sides. Palms can be resting on your thighs, up or down. And then start by emptying the lungs. Then breathe into the belly, into the chest, and draw it all the way up into the collarbone. And then let it out slowly through the mouth. Just one more time like this. Inhale through the nose, from the bottom up, belly, chest, collarbone. And then let it out through the mouth. Now inhale through the nose. From the bottom up, now hold the breath in. Let it out through the nose. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Let it out through the nose. Slowly and controlled. Let as much out as possible, then hold the breath in, or out, hold the breath out. Now breathe in from the bottom up. Hold. Exhale through the nose. Hold the breath out. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Now allow the breath to just flow normally in and out through the nose. Thank you so very much for joining the class today. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.